Coming up on After Hours, live from the Red Cat, Birmingham, Catherine Feeny.
I used to fit more firmly in the sort of like folk and Americana genre, but my most recent album, America, is a little bit more angular, a little bit more rhythmic, a little bit more progressive musically, and it's quite a bit more political. So I still call it folk, but it's folk in quite a broad sense.
Looking at a map of America, and I hear your voice in my head, singing every word that I'm thinking, humming every thought that I had, meaning well and doing well are different, says the table full of debris left over from breakfast when you were sitting next to me. How do you know when it's ready? How do you know when it's right? Plugged all the numbers in, but the answer comes out different every time. How do you know when it's ready? How do you know when it's right? Plugged all the numbers in, but the answer comes out different every time. Looking at a map of America, and I can see just where we are, and I count myself lucky to have made it this far. You know me, I would have traded places with a million people at a million times, and a million would have wanted what I've had. How do you know when it's ready? How do you know when it's right? Plugged all the numbers in, but the answer comes out different every time. How do you know when it's ready? How do you know when it's right? Plugged all the numbers in, but the answer comes out different every time. I plugged all the numbers in, but the answer comes out different every time. Plugged all the numbers in, but the answer comes out different every time. Maybe it's different every time.
And I started joining bands when I was in high school. Didn't do too much music in college, but when I got out, I moved to Los Angeles and started playing at the open mics around LA, at Molly Malone's, and there were a few others that were around then that aren't around anymore. And gradually found my way to a venue called the Hotel Cafe, which is still around, and lots of people have heard different sort of recordings that they've put out. And that was such a supportive home for musicians, and such a sort of locus of a really great community of musicians. And I would say that's where I sort of gained the confidence to pursue music professionally.
I watched your bus as it pulled away from the station. I thought I saw your hand pressed to the glass, 5 fingers spread out in panic or supplication. I wish I knew, but I never asked. And trapped like a bird in formation. Empires fall. I'll be here when you return. When I first looked at the picture, I didn't notice something was missing that used to be part of your face. A question that lives